year 2 of the NFL draft under the John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan era. And before we get into the minutia of the draft, the picks, I want to ask you, what was the biggest difference heading into year 2 compared to year 1?
Just having some expectation for what goes on in there. I had played and been around the league for a long time as a player, obviously 15 years, as a broadcaster for about 10. Although I said felt like I was ready, I'd just never been in there. So last year there was a little bit, all right, this is how it works, and just a little more prepared in terms of the expectation of what's going on. And I think we also had more time to prepare. It was more of a year-round process as opposed to hitting the ground running and just going full speed ahead last year. We went full speed ahead, but we did it for longer, and thus I think we're even more prepared.
You're looking for the right football guys to bring into this building. Now, you've got 9 of them. Was there a specific denominator or themes amongst these guys, or were they all different traits that embodied the football players that you wanted in this building?
One of the things Kyle and I do around draft time each year, a couple weeks before, is we kind of sit around and really challenge ourselves, okay, thematically. What are we trying to come out of this draft with? And last year we kind of created a vision for personnel that I think we'll carry forward. We may add to it as we go forward. We added to it a little bit this year. But then specifically, that's more of our vision for this draft. Okay, what are our goals? And what we wanted to do was really add some cornerstones. I think we've done that. Guys that are going to be here for a long time. And then we talked about, last year, a lot of great role players that have great traits that we need, but now let's get guys that are explosive, that are dynamic, that can finish, both on the offensive side, on special teams, and on defense. And I think we've accomplished that. We feel really good about it. Obviously, some of the words you hear from us all the time: dependable, accountable, tough-minded, football IQ. I think every one of these guys represent that, and that's pretty cool, and it makes us proud to look back and excited to see these guys.
How difficult is it to find these gems? Is it easier this year compared to last year?
I don't know if it's any easier. There's a lot of hard work that goes with it, and the scouts, I want to give those guys a huge shout out, because they work so hard. They work tirelessly finding these guys, and they're just as passionate in free agency. We reap the benefits of that. Guys like Matt Breida and Kendrick Bourne that made our team last year. I mean, those are big deals. Hicatini was a free agent last year, and we've got high hopes for him. So hopefully we can recreate that this year. It's a little more competitive this year in terms of our roster, so it will be tougher. But there's opportunity, and we treat this just as seriously, just as vigorous in our preparation with the free agents, the 7th rounders, as we do our 1st rounders. And I think that's what most teams in this league do, and that's how you separate yourselves.
Now, you took us through the path of getting to the NFL draft. Now, the biggest question for me is the hardest work done, or is it just now beginning?
It's just beginning. I think right now we made our football, I should say more aptly, we gave ourselves an opportunity to be a better football team with the type of guys we brought in. Now they got to go put in the work, and all of us as an organization, we got to form an identity. You start at 0 each year. Kyle's gave that message to our guys. We finished great last year. We've improved our team through free agency, through the draft. But now we got to go create our identity, create our work habits. And if we do that, I think we have very high hopes and expectations for this year.
Congratulations on year 2, and I'm sure we're all looking forward to what's next.
So are we. Thank you.